Hello. Just waiting for this song to catch up. Welcome in, friends. A special Tuesday stream. This is crazy. How's everyone doing? Hi, Kimmers. How was your Christmas? Hello, love the pancake. It's been years. Okay, if I'm being honest, I don't know if I remember you, and like I feel bad about that. So you can feel free to like reintroduce yourself if you want. Grumpy Miserable Girl, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the kitchen crew. It's great to meet you. How's everyone doing though? Welcome. I'm doing pretty good this morning. I had a nice Christmas and like Christmas Eve with my fam. I was actually like under the weather yesterday. I didn't get to go and do what I wanted to do with my family, which was go to the farm for my Ukrainian side of the family. I just woke up, I was like not feeling good at all, had a massive headache and like was dizzy and had an upset stomach, so I thought it would be good to not go anywhere. But yeah, I woke up and I like feel fine this morning, so I don't know honestly what happened. You were here with me daily for over a year. You're disappointed now. Hey, we're coming up to 6 years here on Twitch. If you haven't been here in like 4 years, it's been a while, friend. Please don't be disappointed. I am feeling better today. Yeah, I'm excited because like my parents are visiting, so I was supposed to see them today, which is still gonna happen. I just talked to my mom a little bit before stream. But now my brother's partner, she's been sick since like Christmas Eve already. So we're just trying to like figure out what we should do, if we should go somewhere. Or I just like told everyone to come over here because there's no one else here with me. And I was like, we'll just order fried chicken or something and like hang out. Have a nice easy day. We were thinking of going to a Brazilian steakhouse, but my brother doesn't really want to go. Hi Mariposa, how are you doing? And yeah, I was with like over 30 people on Christmas Eve, my dad's side of the family. Almost everyone was there except 3 people, which is like pretty insane after all these years. The COVID stuff makes us all feel weird. I know, right? The world is not the same anymore. And yeah, yesterday I just stayed home. I downloaded some Christmas movies. I watched those with Sam and it was pretty lovely. I know, Finn, right? She actually has like a bad sickness, RSV, way worse than what I had. That's a big one too, yeah, like we all seem to sleep so much more, but then we always wake up and we feel less rested, right? Like we have never slept this much in society before. It's pretty nuts. But yeah, we're gonna make some nice little treaties today for my fam to share. I don't really like to spend money and go out and like buy people Christmas gifts that they might not use for the rest of their life, right? Sometimes you get a Christmas gift and it's like something you use for a year and then it just like sits there, right? Well, that's unfortunate. So I like to do homemade gifts, preferably things that can be eaten and enjoyed together with people. How did I watch movies with Samo? Nothing too technical, Kimmers. I just put my phone on the tripod with the gimbal and like zoomed in the view right up to the screen. So it was like a perfect TV view, and that's how we watch movies. I just turned the volume up. So I was trying to see if you can like AirPlay from the TV to a phone, but that doesn't exist. And yeah, we watched Polar Express yesterday because he's never seen that one, and it's so adorable for an animated movie, and like I love trains, so does he. And then we started watching Klaus, and he fell asleep like halfway through, so we're gonna finish watching it today. So it is so good. Okay, so I seem to have also fixed stream elements by parting the bot and then repairing it with my channel. We've had an issue for like over a month already with our stream commands, so today is a brand new day. Hi, yet it is. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. This is a rare occurrence, but I thought there's definitely some people that are still at home today and celebrating. So welcome. We're gonna have a fun and easy stream today. Close is so good. I seriously said that is my new favorite Christmas movie. Like, I watched it a couple days ago just by myself, and I was like, this is so good, I have to watch it with Sam. Now I'm gonna watch it every other year afterwards, too. And then I think probably later tonight after everyone leaves, I'm gonna put on Home Alone, because that's usually one of my faves, too. Okay, along with our menu for today, so stained glass coconut macaroons. They actually look so delicious, and I think I've eaten these before. Like, as soon as I saw the photo on the recipe, I was like, these are delicious. I've had these. So I'm gonna make them again today. Another gluten-friendly, because I saw there was a little bit of flour in the recipe, but not much, because I'm only making a half batch. It'll be like half of a third of a cup of flour. And also like lower sugar dessert for my dad because he has diabetes, and a lot of people don't think about diabetics around this time of year. And so many desserts are loaded with sugar, right? So I already made him the chocolate peanut butter balls that were a healthier option for him, and then he'll be able to have this today too. Yeah, you guys love Close. I'm so happy that I just decided to watch it randomly the other night. It made me so happy. Like, there's not many movies that have you like laughing by yourself, right? And like not even caring. Okay, so first things first, I think we'll do our macaroons so that they can bake and cool, and then while those are going, we can work on the eggnog. Has anyone here ever had homemade eggnog before? This is a tradition that we do. I don't think we did it last year because we weren't home for Christmas. We were up at site in Nunavut. But I am here this year, and I should be seeing my dad and my bro, and I always make sure to make them this recipe of eggnog. And obviously if Sam was here, they would all enjoy it together. Blondie, how are you? Trekker, welcome in. You don't trust your in-laws to not kill you? Oh, really? And yeah, like the first kind of homemade liqueur I ever had is one of my aunts. She makes her own Irish cream from scratch. And that is really, really delicious. So that was like kind of her little tradition, is she would make that and hand that out to all of the families to enjoy. And then I found this recipe from one of my favorite chefs from Rhode Island, and it is so, so delicious. You whip the egg yolks separate from the whites, and you whip cream, and then you mix it all together with maple syrup and spiced rum. I picked this up the other day for us. We were out of spiced rum, and this is one of my faves for like price point, flavor, and alcohol content, let's say. I just got some Sailor Jerry spiced rum. It's 92 proof. I've used it before in this recipe, and it's really good. I think I've also used like the Kirkland spiced rum, and that's also delicious in there. And then you'll also notice in the recipe, he actually uses whiskey, but I am not a whiskey drinker, so I switched it out for spiced rum because I thought the flavors would be really good with all of the cinnamon and nutmeg spices in there. It is. We all like it better. Your mother-in-law, they used to make eggnog. So yeah, it's something that the eggs are raw inside of it, which is what Trekker means by trying not to kill you. So you want to make sure that all your dairy is really nice and fresh, same with your eggs, because it is getting served raw. And then I don't usually hold on to it for more than 4 days in the fridge. And it shouldn't last longer than that anyways if you make it right. Usually it doesn't even last the day. Hi Scoots, you're lurking and working today. Yeah, we did have I had a good Christmas. Samuel actually got sick up at work. Someone went up to work sick and 40 people got ill within 24 hours. So he was not okay on Christmas. So that's why I just like put movies on for him and stuff because he had to isolate. I don't know, like we were talking about that. Like, why do you get on the plane knowing that you're sick? And then it like takes money out of people's pockets when you make everyone else sick up there, right? So we were talking about like, those people should be fined. The first person that goes to the medic, oh, you won't even really know who did it though, right? Like, That's the thing. Is like they should be fined for causing that in other people's lives. Like 40 people in 24 hours, there's only like 100 of them up there right now. So 40 people missed Christmas dinner. It was nuts. But anyways, he's doing a lot better today. He's back in his truck and doing some water stuff. So hopefully he pops in chat a little bit later. Some more info on me just before we get started. I got another call from a recruiter from the catering side of the camps for one opportunity that was presented to me, and I think I'm gonna take it. The one that I leave on January 1st and I'll be back on the 14th. I think I'm gonna take it, chat. It'll kind of get us out of this hole with me not working. And I think I need to get out of the house because the neighbors are starting to like get to me upstairs. I tried to go up and talk to them this morning and she wouldn't even open the door to talk to me. Like it's literally been nonstop stomping, and like I've lived here for a year and tried to like deal with it mentally, physically, right? He's still gonna be at work, Kimmers, just we're gonna be separated, that's all. So he'll either get home 4 days before me, or if he stays an extra week, he'll get home after me. And like I just have to Uber back and forth from the airport. So it'll all work out. Cause like I'm still waiting on getting that other job, but money doesn't come out of nowhere, right? Unfortunately. Why do we not grow money trees yet? Come on, people. I'll have a couple weeks at home together. I'm just gonna do this one stint up at the camp and that'll be good because it gets rid of his one loan and then we're like a-okay after that. So I'll return on the 14th and that'll be it for me. I'll just stay home after that. I don't have to go back up to site if I don't want to, which is like kind of the easy part of it, right? We all know how fast 2 weeks goes by. And the other side, like, you always have the option if you get to one of these sites and like you're really unhappy, you can just go home without like any consequences to you. You can just be like, you know what, this is not working out for me. I would like to go home on the next bus home. That's it. Just I know it's a 4.5-hour bus ride. Longer than the flight up to Nunavut. Okay, I'm gonna start to get all the ingredients for our coconuts. Coconut macaroons. And like I said, we're gonna do half the recipe because what does this say? It makes 7 dozen. That is so much. That is so much macaroons. I don't need to make that many, so I'm just gonna make half of that amount. Because they use like 8 cups worth of coconut. I'm pretty sure that's like the rest of my bag. My mom's just messaging me. I told her to text me if my dad wanted eggnog. She says, yes, Dad would love some eggnog. Spiced rum, question mark, wink face. See? They know. Okay, so we need some egg whites out, and I think we'll do that first, just separate the eggs because they work better at room temperature, and we only need 3 egg whites. So let's come back over here, and I'll slowly get the ingredients out as we go over the recipe. Have you guys ever made coconut macaroons? I find that they're so easy. They're one of my faves, and I'm like a coconut fiend. We also need vanilla and salt and sugar, as well as our shredded coconut. They're using sweetened coconut. I'm using unsweetened coconut. Hello, Michael. Welcome in. How was your Christmas time? Okay, and then we need some chopped candied cherries and then just a little bit of flour. This is such an easy recipe, wow. These cherries are my favorite, by the way. I get like really obsessed with them around Christmas. They're also so delicious in shortbread. That's what my mom would make. I was really worried that when I was looking for these at the store that I wouldn't find them this year. I was having a hard time, but they're just candied cherries. They're pretty sweet. I have these left over. They last a long time. I believe we have to whip the egg white. So we're gonna use a mixer because we have to use it anyways for the eggnog to whip up eggs too. And then we can just reuse the bowl afterwards, which will be super easy. So maybe, like I said, we'll get our 3 eggs so that the whites can come up to room temperature and then go from there. And these only bake for about 10 to 15 minutes. It's really nice and quick. I'm gonna save these egg yolks because I have those Meyer lemons in the fridge and I'm thinking we'll make like a lemon curd or something like that coming up with them. So we'll save the egg yolks for that. Prior planning. Kimmers, you've made the coconut macaroons before. They're really good. You can dip them in chocolate after too. I'm just gonna crack all the eggs into one container. And then I'll just sift the yolks out of the whites. Just be sure that you don't break it, otherwise your egg whites won't really whip up the same. Be careful. It was good, other than your brother and his family didn't come due to your nephew got sick a few days before. Oh man, everyone's getting sick. Like, I missed a Christmas dinner yesterday. I wasn't feeling good. My bro and his partner, they're dealing with it too. Sam's sick up at site. That's insane. But yeah, we made the most of it, didn't we? Regardless of how everyone felt. Wash up your hands. What was everyone's favorite thing from their Christmas dinner if they had one? Put the yolks in the fridge. I don't know if I really have a favorite thing from my Christmas dinner. I can't answer that question because I only had a brunch. And then yesterday I had leftover lamb from stream the other day. But honestly, that was so delicious. I was happy enough eating just the lamb. If you do something with garlic, you can pick up the egg yolks without any problems. There is some interesting little, tips, tricks, we can say, out there about like how to separate the yolk from the white. But I was taught in culinary school by my patisserie chef, who is very good, that it's always going to be quickest if you crack all of your eggs into one container and then you just take all the yolks out afterwards without fooling around with an eggshell or anything like that. But yeah, I've seen the bottle videos where like you use the empty water bottle to suck the yolk out and stuff like that. To me, you're just wasting your time. Like, maybe do it for fun, but it's definitely not the most efficient. Hi, Mickey. Merry Christmas to you. How are you? Okay, so from here, they say put the egg whites in a bowl. Add vanilla and salt to the egg whites. Beat on medium speed until it's foamy. And then add the sugar, 1 tablespoon at a time until it's nice and glossy. Gross, Paloozer. Slurp them up with your mouth. I'm just gonna put these to the side for now. And then we're gonna get everything else just into a bowl to mix it all together. We gotta chop some cherries and stuff. You had Christmas lunch today at the pub? What was Christmas lunch? What does that include? I'm doing okay, Mickey. Thank you. Okay, so 4 cups of shredded coconut. And yeah, I'm being lazy today. I'm just wearing overalls. I didn't put an apron on. Your Christmas dinner. 8 deviled eggs and a little turkey. Okay, if I count my brunch. 1 slice of ham, some salad, and 3 roasted potatoes. Cause like the brunch, it was at my grandma's like senior home. And they had it catered from the kitchen there. So it was like a brunch buffet. But it totally reminded me of like everything I could get at camp breakfast. Like the nuclear yellow eggs and stuff. So I was like, I'm not eating half of this. I just like went on strike. Oh, and it was so cute. My grandma's like, look, Kate, they make these pastries all in-house. That's what they told me. I was like, Grandma, I literally baked those pastries out of a box 2 months ago at work. So yeah, they might bake them fresh daily, but they're definitely lying to you. My poor grandma. She didn't want to believe me. You had pate on toast to start, then full turkey dinner and Christmas pudding after. Nice. Okay, there's our 4 cups. They say sweetened coconut. I'm going unsweetened because I'm trying to make these just a little bit more healthy. And then next up, we gotta chop up some cherries. So 3/4 of a cup of finely chopped red candied cherries. And if you can find the green candied ones too, use those. But I could only find the chopped mixed peel, it's called. And that has like orange peel and stuff in it, which I don't love. So we only got red today, but I think it'll be okay. I'm just gonna do them on a cutting board so we don't stain this. You didn't really do anything different than any other day for Christmas? Stuck with your meal plan instead of splurging? Yeah, me too, right? Okay, I'm gonna use these like 2 over here, but I don't know about the other ones because they're kind of weird colored. Use them up. It's actually kind of nice, like, having a Christmas just alone yesterday. To not have to do anything. I don't think I've ever experienced that in my life. Three-quarters of a cup. So did you like bring your own food then to your function? Look at these. They're like so fake looking, but why are they so good? I think they flavor them with like an almond extract or something. Okay, that's good. gonna pop them there for now. Okay, and then we'll chop them up and just pop them in with the coconut. And then next we'll start whipping the egg whites. You can leave them as chunky or as fine as you want, I would say, for this part. I think if you leave them too chunky, though, the coconut won't really stay together. So you definitely do have to give them a little bit of a chop. Nice, Michael. Do you do like bodybuilding prep, or you're just really strict with your meals? If you guys hear banging, that's just the kids above me. Don't worry, everything's okay in my life. That turned into so much cherries when we chopped it up. What the heck? Good thing we made a half batch. Imagine making 7 dozen of these today. We'd be here for hours. Okay, maybe we'll just use the knife to put this into the coconut now. It's so sticky, oh my gosh. So that's where all the sugar comes from, for sure. It almost looks like orange. Okay. All rinsed off. Right, I'm just gonna put the coconut away and then I'll bring the stand mixer over. Will it even whip the 3 egg whites? Maybe we'll just whip it by hand and call it a day. I don't know if 3 egg whites is even enough for the mixer to do anything. Heck it, I grabbed a whisk. We're getting a workout. We're getting a workout. We're just gonna put this, I think, behind, unless we add the flour to it now. Let's see. In another bowl, combine coconut, cherries, and the flour. Okay, so I was right. So 1/2 of a cup of flour. Just gonna help everything stick together more. Ta-da! And then you kind of just like fluff that up together, I think. It would be considered bodybuilding prep, 6 to 7 meals a day. Oh gosh, you're bringing me back. It's like I literally didn't have enough time in the day to eat all of the meals my coach wanted me to. I'm just grabbing, what, like a little fork or something to kind of fluff the flour into here? I don't know what to do, but I don't want it to like stick to my hands. Just get the cherries coated. Maybe it helps the cherries not stick together. That's my thought. Probably. That looks nice. Okay, get another bowl. I think the same size. Well, maybe we can mix it in this one. So what did they say? The egg whites, salt, and vanilla. So we got our vanilla. Ouch. Sometimes like the thing turns and then it gets stuck. Oh, and my mom knitted me some dishcloths for Christmas. That was a really nice gift. A useful one, right? Okay, so just a splash of vanilla. Yeah, it's really nice. She just makes that from like her leftover yarn. She also made me a really massive knitted blanket that is so beautiful. The most amount of purple ever. Okay, pinch of salt as well. Because the salt actually helps the egg whites whip up better. Did you guys know that? Another trick I've learned over the years, you can use cream of tartar. You can also use lemon juice. It's pretty interesting. Like a lot of times you're told not to put anything into the egg white, right? So we're gonna mix this by itself first. It's really important that we get the egg whites like frothy before we start adding the sugar into it. I find if we add the sugar like now, way too early, it just takes forever to whip the egg whites up. So you want it all to get really frothy and light. Sometimes there's still some egg whites unwhipped underneath. They're sneaky like that. So I'll show you what to look for. That's whipping up really nice. We're almost there. You want like pretty fine bubbles, right? When you think of a froth. The bubbles are all really small. They have good structure to them. You can always just give it like a little stir. And if you think there's something underneath still, just give it one more whip. It's a shoulder workout kind of day. And ASMR too. That looks good. See how like aerated that got? And now there's nothing like kind of stringy. Raw egg underneath. And all the bubbles are like pretty nice and small. And that's how the consistency is. So now it says a tablespoon of sugar at a time. And we need 1/2 of 3/4 of a cup. So maybe we'll just measure that out. I'll even probably just go 1/2 cup and go from there. And then no, we have to bump it up a bit. So I guess from here we could also just like shake a little bit in like that, a tablespoon worth. And then the sugar is gonna give us structure to the egg whites. It's almost gonna be like a meringue. I've also made macaroon recipes where you don't really whisk the egg whites like this, and they still turn out, but they're not like quite as light. So if you want more dense macaroons, don't really whip up your egg whites, but if you want them really light, definitely whip your egg whites. You can see how like the sugar is dissolving into there. You don't hear the granules really anymore. And then they'll start to get thicker and thicker as you whisk. Let's add the last little bit. It's actually looking really good already. And I'm gonna hold on to these measuring cups just in case we need it for the eggnog. So, okay, that was half a cup. Should be perfect. So let's get this away. And this, because my coconut was unsweetened. And then it says just whip this until it's glossy looking, which it already has a little bit of gloss, but I'll show you what we're looking for. It does say stiff peaks as well. So I'll show you what that looks like too. We're getting there. We're about medium. Hi Judo, how are you? I'm getting a workout in whipping these egg whites for my macaroons. How was your Christmas? Look at how shiny they're getting. You're alive? Yeah, me too. I didn't have the greatest like health-wise day yesterday. I felt like so weird. So I just stayed home instead of going to my festivities. I'm like way better today though. I was like, I don't want to not be able to make eggnog. That'd be a tragedy. Of how you can see the vanilla bean flecks. Okay, look at how thick and glossy it's getting, but we're still not there. Thank you, friend. Yeah, I'm really happy I'm feeling better too. I can't whip it with my right hand when it's this thick. It's just gonna make a mess. Did you guys do anything special for the holiday? Okay, we're so close. I don't even think I want to do it anymore. Like, this is good enough to me as someone who's made macaroons before. But if you make it too stiff, it gets really hard to like mix the coconut in. It doesn't really stick together. So I'm going with that. And then, so this is gonna get mixed into there. Just gonna pop the oven on. I believe it's a 350-degree Fahrenheit bake. Sorry, 325. 325. So Scoots, I was saying if you've ever had coconut macaroons, you don't have to do what I did with the egg whites. You can just mix in the unwhipped egg whites with everything and they'll be a bit more dense. When we whip the egg whites like this for them, they're gonna be like more crunchy and light and airy. So that's why you do that process. So like you choose what you want in the end, right? I'm just gonna get a spatula to mix this all together. Scrape the bowl out. And then also our ice cream scoop so that we can scoop them onto the prepared sheet pan without making our hands really messy. Judo, you cooked your butt off all day for Christmas dinner. You slipped on dog drool, so you fell with the sauce? No! Doggo, you've never even had macaroons, Scooter? It's such like a cheap and easy dessert. I'm actually really surprised that you haven't. They're one of my faves. And also, there's usually no flour in them, so they're gluten-free. Judo, I'm really sad for you. All of that time. Okay, so this was what happened to Sam's mom. She was making cheesecake yesterday to bring to someone's house. And when she was like checking on the cheesecake halfway through, accidentally touched the lock on the springform pan and it opened up in the oven. So like half of the cheesecake batter just like went everywhere in the bottom of the oven. They were like showing us everything yesterday on FaceTime. She's like, well, I saved the crust, so I'm just gonna make a new like batter mix for the cheesecake and put it back on top. She's like, I've never done anything like this before though. Like, you know that feeling when you're like, I messed up. As long as like you can still laugh about it though, right? That's important. This is looking really good. What? It looks like marshmallow we're mixing in or something, hey? And so, Scooter, I was saying before you came in, I think, that you can make macaroons and like dip them in chocolate or stuff after. They're a pretty versatile dessert if you've never had or seen them before. Just mixing it until all of the coconut is moistened and the mixture kind of holds together, right? So we can scoop it. Magical looking. Okay, I think that's good. There's no like real dry spots or anything like that. We always make sure we go through the bottom. You tossed your favorite saucier. Oh shit, was it like glass? It shattered to bits. I'm sad for you. Okay, I'm gonna get a sheet pan. We'll start scooping. Hello, Gamera. How are you doing? Welcome in. Aww, that's even sadder when you like lose your favorite piece of cooking equipment. A limited edition even? Shoot. Should I go this way? Maybe I'll go this way, there's more room. Kinda reminds me of when we had to scoop the chocolate peanut butter balls. Yeah, it's totally fine. No, it's not. Oh no, we went too far out. Now you can like see my dirty dishes and my stream area. Okay, so we're using a little ice cream scoop that when you scoop it and then you press it, it just lets it all out at once. Pretty mess-free. If you use it this way, so you just fill it, I usually swipe it on the side of the bowl just to compact it really nice. And then you just press it. They don't expand like too much when you bake these, so you can put them pretty close together. Yeah, your dog. That's why you always need a doggo around, part of the cleanup crew. Even though he's the one that created the whole disaster to begin with. Maybe he planned this, you never know. Dogs are sneaky like that. Oh god. What is happening outside? Someone just like yelled so loud. I don't know what it is, chat. Sometimes I get worried. It's like, do I need to call the cops? I usually just yell out the window and tell him to be quiet. You're making ramen noodles, Gamera? Because of a trucker on YouTube always eating some sort of noodles with sodium sausages or spam. I love it. So you got triggered? Hey, you're living your best trucker life. So what's the difference between a macaroon and a macaron? So a macaroon is this, what we're making today. It's made with coconut and egg whites, usually, and then you can add any other flavors, obviously sugar. And then a macaron is a French patisserie dessert. That is like a filled cookie, I would say, is the easiest way to try and think of it. Where you make a little cookie with almond flour and also egg whites. And then the filling is whatever you want. It's like a sandwich cookie. But those are really expensive if you've ever had a macaron. And then if you ever attempt to make them, just don't, unless you're really confident in your abilities. I tried to become professional at making macarons. Like when I was in culinary school, I'd go to my patisserie class early every day to practice. Like I got pretty good at making them, where I was like happy with the result, but like, well, that was 10 years ago and I haven't really made a macaron since. I've attempted one time on stream and it was the biggest fail ever. So that's like usually something I'll just go to a bakery and buy if I want a macaron. Kind of like sushi with me. It's like, I'm not gonna make myself sushi. I'll always just like pay someone else to make it for me because I know it's gonna be top quality. This is really dark on this side. I think it's this other light. Was that an interesting explanation, Judah? Was it good though? I think that was a pretty good explanation. I'm just really pressing it in here. I don't want them to be loose. Ah, get back on there, you sneaker. The heck, we're still yelling. Oh, sometimes people get mad. There's like a convenience store across the street, a mom and pop one, and like they keep their door locked, so just no one can, not just anyone can enter it. So sometimes people get mad if they don't get let into this store. Gangsta, baby. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. You understood Megoras? What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, you use it in WoW? If Sam was here, he would have understood that. I've never played WoW. Holy, look how many we have already. We're making the whole tray, I think. And it does say, and I do know from experience, that these last really good in the freezer too. So like usually I'll make lots of treats at Christmas and just keep them all in the freezer. This is something I learned from my mom. She'd make a ton of treats before Christmas so that like we could eat a little bit before, through Christmas, and have some leftover. And we just kept them all in cookie tins in the freezer. All the different things. And then we just took like a little bit out when we wanted some and didn't just leave them all on the counter. Egg white floofs on Christian oblate wafers. Would people even understand that explanation? I love it. Yours made me laugh, so it definitely wasn't a bad one. Hi Dusty, welcome in. I hope you had a good Christmas. Are we gonna not have enough room? I'll be so sad. I wanted to do just one pan worth. You don't have to waste any parchment. You have to push them closer together. I did have a pretty good Christmas. My Christmas Eve was really good. I felt weird yesterday though. Like I was maybe getting sick, so I just stayed home because I didn't want to make all of my old folks in my family ill, because that's where I was gonna be yesterday. So I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to see everyone on my one side of the family, but it is what it is, right? You have to take care of yourself and you don't want to make everyone else feel bad. It's not fun being sick. He's still ice road trucking? He is. He's being a water boy. I just brought him back up there on Thursday, like on the 21st. So I believe he comes home on the 10th, maybe? Or he might be staying an extra week, so a week after that. Yeah, it's insane, Dust. Like, even Finn, my bro's partner, she's like really sick right now, so we haven't even seen her at all. Like, what is going on? I'm thinking it's like the really warm weather here that's unseasonal, and like our bodies aren't used to it being warm during this time of year, right? So all of these like viruses are just spreading so quick. No, we've learned a thing or two since COVID, right? Okay, I'm just like squeezing these on. Ugh, squeezing them in. We got this. They look so cute and Christmassy though. Warm, what temp is it? I'm pretty sure it's like +4 today. Snow doesn't exist currently where I am. Which it should. Celsius. Oh, I'm not wearing my watch. I would have asked Siri. Hey Siri, what's the temperature outside? She doesn't want to answer me. She says nothing is outside that has temperature control. Hey Siri, what's the temperature in Edmonton? +3 Celsius. +3 Celsius. Insane. That is way too warm. Okay, the oven just beeped. Look at all of these tasty bitties. They look so cute. We're gonna pop them in the oven. I'm gonna set a 10-minute timer and go from there. I'm actually gonna take a really quick bathroom break. I don't know. I feel it, so I'm gonna just go relieve myself really quick. I'll be right back. Hi. Hank Hill butts. Can confirm truckers barely have butts. Wait, what is happening? If you become a trucker, you can never sneeze up your butt because your butt is forced up your belly. Oh my gosh. We get tiny but a belly, and we always say it's due to road conditions. Our butt gets forested up it. Oh my gosh. I would say definitely the road up at camp. It's a bumpy one. It's just like built out of crushed rock, right? So when the weather is like really bad and it warms up, holy the potholes that you have to drive through. Okay, let me get my watch because I didn't set the timer up yet. The macaroonies. Okay, we gotta separate a bunch of eggs from what I can remember for the eggnog. And then whip some cream. Just gonna wipe my board. Yes, right? The air ride suspension. There's a reason they have that. Ooh, this new cloth feels so good and like absorbent. I hate when you have like dishcloths that don't absorb anything. They just like push the water around. Cotton is where it's at. Holy shit, I'm gonna lose my entire mind. These kids have been going nonstop stomps since 8 a.m. this morning. I'm not gonna lose my mind, I swear. It's totally fine. I don't even know what to think anymore, Judah. I think actually one of them is autistic and is not diagnosed. And that's how they have to get their sensory input, is like always stomping on the floor. I've been looking into it to try and educate myself on like what the parents are dealing with, right? Because I don't have kids, I don't have to deal with that stuff. So I want to know like what they deal with first. And that's what I found online, which a lot of people say is kids that do that all of the time, like through the whole day, are typically autistic. So I'm gonna have to work through it some way. I don't know. I'm gonna go through my property manager first and then see what happens. Because they won't even like open the door to talk to me. I wasn't even mad this morning. I just wanted to have a nice conversation and like introduce myself. And she's like, you can talk to me through the door. I was like, no, you can open the door and talk to me face to face. Like, I'm your neighbor. He's just an idiot. Right, Judo? Yeah, like, there's so much to respect you guys that like, I don't know if they already know that they're dealing with that and like they already feel bad, which is what some other things I've seen on Reddit is like, believe me, the parent doesn't want to hear about you dealing with the noises because they already deal with it themselves. But like, we all pay to live somewhere and we deserve peace is the other side of it, right? Dealt with it a year. I've been very nice and patient. I am going to have a nice year to myself. It is so true, Scooter. Like, this is why we just keep working our butts off, is so that we can have our own space. You don't realize it, how important it is to have like peace and quiet until you don't have it. Okay, listen to this. This is what Matt Jennings says, the chef, where my eggnog recipe is from. Nothing says the holidays to some of us like the frothy sweetness of eggnog. Looking to make some at home? Hell yeah, we are. Just realized I forgot to set the timer again, so I'm gonna do 7 minutes. He says, it's that time of year. I made my famous homemade eggnog, or maple eggnog rather, for my management team this year with a twist. I substituted 10-year aged whiskey for bourbon, included ground pink peppercorns, and freshly grated nutmeg. It's outrageous. You can substitute your favorite whiskey, bourbon, or I do rum, because that's what I like, as well as my family. shake well, and they say drink within 48 hours, which is what I said. Is like it usually doesn't last more than 4 days anyways in the fridge. It wasn't nice, Judo, but it was helpful. Thank you for sharing that. That's actually like really like thoughtful and positive insight for me. And like I 100%, just because of like how different I am and like how I think and act, I am quite sure that I am also on the spectrum. And I kind of do want to see if I can get diagnosed. Yeah, you're just difficult or picky. It's interesting when you do start to like learn who you are as a human, right? I don't know if that's just me. Okay, so what does this say? It says it serves 12, which is gonna be like way too much. I know I typically would make a double batch of this because we'd hand out like mason jars to our friends as well as family when they're around. But I think I'll just make a half batch. Let me see like the ingredient amount. So 1 full batch is 12 eggs. Yeah, I think I'll make a half batch. We'll just do 6 eggs because you separate the yolks and the whites, and then that cuts down some of the sugar too, because it was gonna be like 1.5 cups of sugar. So much. So we use the mixer to whip the eggs as well as the cream, and then we just need a really big bowl or like container. Depending on how you're gonna store it afterwards, you can just store it in a big container, but I always just pour it into mason jars and seal them up so they're ready to like take or drink out of. So I'll probably just mix this in a big bowl after, and then we'll ladle it from there to distribute it. Yeah, it says whip egg yolks until thick and pale yellow. Add sugar to egg yolks. Whisk in the milk and a little bit of the whipping cream not whipped. And then we add the rum to that mixture and just kind of let it sit on the side. And then it says before serving. But honestly, you can do this any time because I always found that like the foamy part of the eggnog, which is the whipped eggs and the cream, lasts a long time. Like it'll kind of separate in the jar and you'll get this little frothy layer. So you don't have to do it just before serving. I kind of like mixing it all together and letting it sit for a little bit. And yeah, you can sprinkle it with fresh grated nutmeg and some pink peppercorns if you're feeling crazy. Just treat them as humans, right? And not special. It's gonna help. Okay, easy. Easy. Thank you, Judo. It's actually such a smart saying. We should all get treated as humans. Okay, 6 yolks. We'll just pop them right into the mixing bowl, I think. Woohoo! Trying to unwrap my cord and I'm having some difficulties here. Set this baby up. I had this like funny thought when I was at the store buying the dairy for the eggnog. I was like, but what if you switched out the like plain milk in this recipe for just like a carton of pre-made eggnog that was like a little bit higher end? Would it be too noggy? Would the flavor be too intense? That's where my brain was at. Come to me, mixing bowl. It's time to beat it up. Might just give this a little wipe out. It's time to beat it up. And then obviously you can make this without rum. Make it without rum first, save some if you have like some kids coming over if you want. And then pour rum into the rest of it for all of the adults. Bam. It's happening. So we have like extra, oh no, we're gonna use up these whites. So get 2 containers again, I guess, to separate everything. One for the yolks, one for the whites. One thing I will say is I actually do this the other way. I actually make this the opposite way. They start by doing the yolks. Here's the recipe, Dusty. I got my commands to work again. It's the second one there. Check it out. But yeah, so when you're whipping like egg whites, you can't have anything fatty in the bowl. That's why I whip the egg whites first and then the yolks after. Because if you do the yolks, don't wash out the bowl and then try to do the whites, nothing is going to whip up. About time. Hey. Hey, things are like kind of golden brown in the oven. I think I'm gonna go 5 more minutes. But it's smelling and looking good. Smelling and looking good. Okay, I'm gonna move this over for a sec. Yeah, the pink peppercorns are interesting. You don't have to put that part. I do sometimes, but I don't think I'm gonna do this year. Just not feeling it. I'm like, you don't need the fresh nutmeg either. I've just sprinkled ground nutmeg and it's still good. Just came back to think I want to mix the eggs. You didn't see the attachments. Wait, what was that timer? 50 seconds. What? So confused right now. I mixed some eggs by hand earlier for the macaroons, but this I'm gonna use the mixer for. Ooh. Pink peppercorns on avocado toast with a poached egg. Yum. They have like a floral kind of flavor, right? And like not too spicy, I would say. Yeah, I'm gonna make this eggnog so that we have like the least amount of dishes possible. Ta-da! Yeah, they're actually berries. So weird. You don't love them on like cooked foods. Or you don't like to cook them, rather. But they're good as a garnish, we're saying. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so what do we have to add to the egg whites when we whip them? Since we're doing it backwards. Oh, it just says beat the whites until stiff peaks have formed. Excuse me, fold into the mixture. So I might split a little bit of the sugar amount into the yolks and the whites, just so we get more structure. You can do that. So half of 3/4 of a cup. What does that even mean? It's the weirdest measurement ever. Imagine if everyone just used grams. So there's a little bit of sugar, and then there's the same amount of maple syrup. I think I'll go like that. Mish! Hello, Mish. How was your Christmas? Welcome. Okay, so whites going in. I think I'm gonna add a pinch of salt to those too. And we can leave the yolks out because they can kind of come up to temp more. And then remember, we want this frothy before you add the sugar. Wait, there is no vanilla, so I'm gonna add vanilla now too. Just like the other whipping we did. Spent 7 hours at a family gathering, you're falling asleep. I believe it, that is so long. Ours are usually like 4 or 5 hours max. Are you saying in Canada for CA? Because in North America, CA is sometimes means California, but I think I know you mean Canada. What butter do I frequently use? I use unsalted always, Judo. I never buy salted butter. Never ever. This is the one that I've been using. It's okay. Never be sorry. Okay, I'm turning it up. Hi, Redbeard. How was your Christmas? And you have to work tomorrow now, Mish? What? Okay, I'm gonna put this away. Same with the sugar. You don't need it. Oh, and I guess the flour, too. It's Rumnog time. Oh my gosh, Redbeard. Yeah, I didn't go anywhere yesterday either, dude. I woke up, okay, first I got home on Christmas Eve. I was feeling pretty good, and then all of a sudden I just got an insane headache in the middle of my forehead. It felt like someone just kicked me right in the head. So I was in bed at 7:30 on Christmas Eve. And then yeah, I woke up yesterday, I was lightheaded, my head still hurt. I was like, what is going on? I can't drive anywhere. So I hope you're feeling better, dude. Hope you get lots of snackies. Okay, this is frothy. I just want to look underneath. It's not frothy enough though. See the raw egg white still underneath? Yeah, that's how I woke up. So I just took the day because I was supposed to do stuff with my family. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. And I woke up today feeling fine. But I will say, I took a really hot bath yesterday, and it felt like my head was gonna explode. And then I started just sweating it out. But the pressure, I straight up thought I was getting COVID too, dude, because that's usually how the symptoms started for me. And you were supposed to cook yesterday. We've done that before, a couple years ago. We just ended up ordering fried chicken or Chinese food. Hey, at least there's always backup options, right? Okay, I'm gonna get the big bowl out for mixing this all together. I think we're gonna check on those macaroonies. Heck yes. Yo, they look really good. They're looking really good. I think they're done. They're golden brown. They feel all cooked and they look cooked. They're smelling really nutty. Nice. Yeah, you got the turkey on today at least. So that's how those turn out. Stained glass coconut macaroons with candied cherries in them. And you could still take this one step further and dip these in chocolate. Up to you. But those are done, so we're gonna let them cool. And the oven's gonna go off. First hard part of the day complete. They look neat, but like pure death. Why are they death? The cam might be a little off-colored. I added vanilla into there, so I think that's why it looks a little brown. Okay, this is frothy. I'm gonna add half the sugar or so, and we'll leave the rest for the yolks. Turned it up now. I'm grabbing a big whisk, so I know we'll need that. How did this whisk even fit in here? Same with the ladle. Dun da da da! I got my weapons. This is getting close. We're looking for stiff peaks. Oh, I get it now. They looked like coleslaw at first. You thought I put carrots in them? No way, you silly Willy. Carrot macaroons. Wow, Kate's really been on a health kick lately, but we're here for it. Oh, shoot. I died. It's trending. You just have to say it's a recipe you saw on TikTok and everything's fine. Okay, I'm stopping. Right? It wouldn't be too bad. It would be like kind of carrot cake-esque, I guess. Yeah, maybe the coleslaw macaroons won't be bad. Okay, we still gotta whip it more. I was seeing where we're at. More. There's only one way to find out if these things are good or not. Okay, I'm going to get the maple syrup too. Maple scissor. I got a big old Costco bottle. Oh, and I suppose I'll get our spices here. I got the nutmeg and the cinnamon. We're getting there, I think. Faster. Isn't it the best, Michael? This is what it is. It's from Sweden. Oh, imagine using mayo. I wonder if it would work. Okay, usually when like it starts spitting the egg mixture on the side of the bowl is when I know that they're nice and stiff. So yeah, if you take your beaters up like that and you have like a little thing that just sticks right up your peak, you're good to go. So we are going to just take this off for now. We're gonna scoop it into maybe another, just a smaller bowl, because we add this in at the end. So it can just hang out in the fridge for now, will be the best spot. Just grabbing a spatula, because we'll need that maybe later too. But yeah, just tap off the beaters. It's okay if there's like a little bit of egg white on there still, don't worry. It's all going to the same place, right? Just scrape this goodness out. So this is like not how the eggnog in the store is made, right? Because the eggs in the store nog are pasteurized. And I don't know what they use to like make the eggnog so thick either in this store. Like, do they use stabilizing gums or something? I'm not sure. But they're definitely not whipping all of these things together like we are. Okay. Just into the fridge. Looks so interesting. I am very happy with it. Wait, do you have one too, Judo? You have an Incarcerum? I don't find it hard to clean at all. Maybe I'm not too messy though either. Okay, so next up we'll do the yolks. And we'll pop the sugar in right away with the yolks. You can do that. We'll keep this cup so we can pour some maple syrup in. So this is gonna get like really pale yellow colored as it keeps mixing, and it'll get like very like fluffy and frothy and thickened. So this is gonna take a little bit of time. We'll turn that up and let them go. You were hyped about it a bit ago, so you got one? I don't know, I still love mine. And I got two actually, because we bought one like secondhand from someone. They're selling it half price. No way. You got like the old school mixer back out instead of the Incarcerum. Hey, those old things are built to last, right? Nothing is really built like that anymore. Like even the KitchenAid mixer that my grandma gave to me is way better than anything you can buy in the store. The scissor. You have grandma's sunbeam? Yes. Okay, see how our eggs are getting really fluffy and lightened? When do we add the spices? He doesn't really add any spices into it, but I always add a little bit of cinnamon into mine. So I'll probably add the cinnamon into here. I'm gonna stop this. Just give it a little scrape around. Wait, I was like, where did my spatula go? It's in the fridge. It's a very chilled spatula. There. There's just a couple bitties that I saw not mixing in nicely. Nicey. Hello? Yeah, we need the cinnamon, right? Even if it's not in the recipe, and then the nutmeg we can sprinkle on top. So I don't want it to taste like too spiced. So I'm gonna go like 1/4 of a teaspoon, really small amount. Maybe not even all of that. Is it even gonna mix in? Kind of. This bag doesn't reseal. Why do they call it a resealable bag? I keep trying to close it, and it's just open forever. I think I might have an extra spice jar I can transfer it into. I'm gonna do one more scrape, because this looks funny over here. So this also just goes to show that recipes are just guidelines. I'm adding cinnamon because I want to. Seal it up, yeah, with the vacuum sealer, just have cinnamon go everywhere. Imagine. Now I kind of want to try. Imagine writing that message to a Nova. You want to see? It's like, if you're trying, I'm watching this, Kate. Okay, these seem pretty firm. Firm, and they look glossy. Maybe we could go a bit more. We can go a little bit more still. With the Incarcerum, it's easier to over-mix the dough for baking, like cookies and stuff. Yeah, Judo and I are talking about it right now because she has one as well. And she's saying she doesn't really love it as much anymore. But she also has like an old school mixer that probably works just as good. Okay, the cakes. That's interesting. Because I always like whip the heck out of my cakes. I find that I don't really ever over mix it. Okay, so after this, what's our next step? Oh, we add the milk and cream to this after it comes out. Just doing a little conversion here. Because we don't use quarts in Canada. 1 quart is 1 liter, okay. Basically. Judo. Well, yeah, it depends on, like, what cake you're making, right? But yeah, I don't over-mix them at the end with the flour. Okay, that's way better. See how that's, like, really thickened now? It was kind of loose still, not as glossy. It looks awesome. So now, I didn't think it was gonna slide down like that. Take this out for a sec. And we are gonna bring this over. I honestly think so, yeah. The cakes, like, in Europe are so different than, like, North American style. Because even, like, I've been watching YouTubers, and most of them are in Scandinavia. And yeah, the way that she was making the cake, I was like, who makes a cake like that? When I was watching her make this, like, apple cake. But then in the end, it looked, like, so phenomenal. So I was like, oh, the heck? It turned out. The cinnamon whipped into the egg yolk smells so good. I'm glad we did that step. And then if you guys really love eggnog, you can usually buy the carton of eggnog from the store. And if you're an ice cream fiend, you can just pour the carton of eggnog into your ice cream maker and churn that by itself because there's enough eggs and stuff in it. It's basically like a creme anglaise already. So that's how the yolk turns out. It doesn't even really look like egg yolk anymore, hey? The Scandi cakes are so cute. Yeah, the things that she bakes are adorable. It's true. Hi, Cookie. Happy Boxing Day. I hope your Christmas was good. We're just hanging out today. Okay, so I need half a liter of milk and half a liter of cream to mix into our yolks. I'm gonna take the egg whites out now. Dun, 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 dun. What in the world is Boxing Day? It's literally just the day after Christmas. But like, what is it actually? Is it just like the day where you have the sales in the stores? Is that it? I also need to see when we add the maple syrup here. Add the sugar to the yolks, whisk in your milk and cream, add your booze. What the heck? They forget to add the maple syrup in here, so I'm just gonna mix it into this now. Pretty much that's what it is, Paloozer, but Boxing Day, it actually used to be about giving back? No way. Why did we switch it? Who did this? I actually got a little hungry, so I think we're gonna try the macaroons. Cookie, these just came out of the oven a bit ago. These are our stained glass coconut macaroons. They turned out so nice. So I definitely need one in my life. Toot. That's the nice thing about making them small is they like cool off so quick. So that's the bottom. It got like a little bit browned, but I like the flavor of the toasted coconut. And then that's me just like tearing it in half. It's really light. I used unsweetened coconut for it too, so it's a little bit more like diabetic friendly for my dad. Hi, John. They're cute, but they still look like coleslaw. And yeah, Judo thinks they look like coleslaw. It's coconut. They're supposed to be green candied cherries too, but I couldn't find any at the store. So we just went red. And like, I find coconut is so filling when you eat it. It's got a really good chewiness to it. So half a liter of cream, not whipped, as well as half a liter of milk into the whipped egg yolk. Oh my gosh, what is with this milk carton? Back in the fridge. Okay, how is this looking? It looked kind of funny when I put the dairy in at first. I have a whisk. Let me just switch to that. A big ol' whisk. feed you some, but I need an EpiPen. I can do that, Judo. Ah. Don't splash it around. Okay. I like to add sedatives as well as rum to eggnog and call it eggnog. Some of us don't have problems nodding off. At family functions. Oh, shoot. Okay, that was the maple syrup. Half of 3/4 of a cup, and like, look at the color that just gave us. So now, put this away. We're gonna go quick, and we just have to whip some cream now. Dust, yeah, Dust is actually asleep. Would I be surprised if you said you don't drink eggnog? Really? Took a big shot from a carton that had turned... Oh, ugh. Put you off of it for life. Okay, that's like a believable story, though. And I'm really sad for you. Yeah, R.I.P., right, Mish? That's so sad. I don't think I could go back after that either. You love to introduce people to it, but you can't drink it. I was telling like my cousins that I was making this weekend. They're like, you can make eggnog, and so I was telling them. And then my aunt was saying how she used to make homemade Irish cream for everyone. And I remember that actually. Okay, so these were from the yolks and the cinnamon. That's why there's like some brown bitties on it. Don't worry. Oh, you gotta plug things in for them to work. You can't just assume that they work. Okay. Mish, you've never tasted it. So homemade is definitely better than the store one, I would say. And like, obviously you have to be able to eat dairy and eggs. Otherwise you'll get a really bad upset stomach. But yeah, it's like a sweetened sort of thick and rich milk with like wintry spices. That's it. And then if you add booze to it, it's just like another level. Something similar there, but it's something your family don't really ever make. I know like in Germany, Sam's mom will make like egg liqueur around this time, but it's not eggnog. It's like an actual egg liqueur that's yellow. But I don't think I've ever had it. So maybe that's the similar thing. That sounds so good, Judo. Aga schnapps there. Oh yeah, so that means like egg schnapps, right? I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Sam's mom would make every year. Or yeah, air liqueur, that's the one. That's the one. It's different and it's for Easter. I love learning all this stuff. Seriously, my favorite part of stream. This is why we do this every time. It's so interesting. So we're just gonna whip these until they're pretty stiff. It's just whipping cream, nothing crazy. And then I'm definitely gonna watch this. I'm not gonna walk away, and then I'll go dig out some mason jars for us to put the eggnog into. Air liqueur is really good to make cakes with. Ooh, I believe that. Have you made it, Judo, or you've just eaten it? Or drank it, sorry. We're whipping, and going, and going, and whipping. I almost want to like add the egg whites into this. Is that weird? But I know you don't add them together. Yes! The loser! The memories. Oh my gosh. Remember getting Hitch smashed? Like they found the schnapps drawer. That's when you know. He was so done. That's seriously one of my favorite Twitch memories. Thank you for bringing that back into my life. Cookie, your Kate, or sorry, your Kate. Cookie says, oh, Kate, my mother-in-law gave me a gift certificate to SNR for a new apron. Sweet, because I know you already have one that was like, not as fancy, I would say. More of like their basic style of chef's apron. You can laugh at me all you want, Paloozer, it's fine. I know I always laugh at you guys when you can't type, so please, yeah, laugh at me when I can't talk, because it is kind of hilarious. Judo, how many pots and pans points do you have right now? How many channel points do you have currently in Cook with Kate? Because you might be able to get Discord perks really quick and then you can post photos. You want to get an apron to have over at her house since you cook over there quite often. Amazing. Please like send me a photo or a link to which one you end up choosing. Because there's so many different styles and stuff now. It's nuts. You have 73k plus. Okay, so you should redeem, I think it's 10,000. You redeem 10,000 of those right now, Judo, you'll get Discord perks forever. This isn't a tagine. Hi, carrot potato. No, it's not. We are whipping cream, and I think we'll go just a little bit longer. We want nice, firm, stiff peaks. But don't over whip it, because then you make butter. Thank you for posting that, Scooter. Yeah, we already made our macaroons, and we're just working on the eggnog, finishing touches. Okay, I'm stopping there. When the cream starts to look, like, I don't know how to describe it, a little bit grainy, I guess, is how you know you're at stiff peaks. If you go further, you will make butter, and that's not what we want to do. Your hands are extremely cold. You get too involved in Discord. Okay, that's fair. Well, if you want, you can always just send me pics somehow, whether it's like Instagram or something. Up to you. And I can share them for you that way. Okay. What are we working with here? I think we need some rum in our life. But look at how that is looking with just the dairies and the little bit of foam is from the egg yolks on top. Heck yeah. Yeah, the warmest parts on your body are in the crevasses. As Paloozer said. Okay, listen to this. So in one full recipe that serves 12, there's 5.5 cups of whiskey. Holy. So I need 2 3/4 cups of rum. 2 3/4 cups is half, right? It's a lot, Dust. It's so much. That's why I said, like, it's definitely an adult eggnog. Holy shnikey. Okay, let me get my measuring cup. And it's pretty dangerous because you don't really taste it either. You plan to have the best cakes you can possibly make done by March 14th? That's right after my birthday. Afterwards, either brace yourself for absolutely gorgeous or tears. Hey, Either way, as long as they're edible, that's what matters. And we measure in bottles, not cups. Well, that would be like probably, what, like half a bottle? Hello, this is what we're using today. Just some Sailor Jerry spiced rum. Nothing fancy. I got a bit overwhelmed when I went to the liquor store, because I don't often. And like I went to one that has a really big selection that I've never been in before, but my bro says is awesome. And I was like, just kind of like wandering. I looked lost, right? And a lady just comes from the back. She's like, can I help you? I was like, I'm looking for some spiced rums. Brings me to an entire section of spiced rums. She's like, yeah, our spiced rums start here and they go all the way down the line. I was like, what? She's like, is there anything in particular you're looking for? I was like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm just gonna see what I find. When you used to drink it, it would make you a bit crazy. Me too, that's why it's fun. Okay, I'm trying to see here. That is so much. Okay, I'm gonna stop at 2.5 cups. Say goodbye to the whole bottle. You can't drink this brand. I like the flavor of it when it's mixed into things. I'm not the one to buy like Captain Morgan's or stuff like that, and I didn't want to spend anything more than $50 on a bottle. So that's why I ended up at this point, which I think is pretty fair. Do you need a whisk to go with the whiskey? Okay, let me pour with my other hand. Captain Morgan, Schmapton Morgan. Like, to me, that's like such an inexpensive rum that's just full of sugar. So I thought I'd get one that's like a little bit stronger, but still has flavor that I like. And if I was like really feeling up to driving far, I would have went and got the Kirkland spiced rum. That one was really nice. A local made rum. My like favorite expensive dark rum is Flor de Caña, as it's called. But like I said, I didn't want to spend a ton of money. Okay, the egg whites kind of look weird. I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of scoop them out and then slowly mix them in. They get weird, I find, when you don't whip them with sugar, so that's why I put just like a little bit of sugar in for stabilization. Because like I find you can just over mix them so quick. And that's almost what happened. But this, like when it combines with the whipping cream, it's gonna be so frothy and insane. You'll see, Judo, you'll see. Trust. I've made this recipe a lot of times, and I think I have it down pat now. So I always like kind of stir in the egg white first, Judo. And then I will take the whipping cream and fold in the cream, and it'll kind of combine with the egg whites and make one nice layer. We can hold on to this whisk, I think. You were yelling. I love it when you guys yell at me through the screen. What are you doing, Kate? How much sugar is in there? There is total like 3/4 of a cup. Between it being sugar and maple syrup. Maybe a little bit more. because I found it a little bit difficult to measure half of a 3/4 cup. But it's not like a super sweet mix. Yeah, like you try and fold in this stuff and it kind of just like stays in its own little area. So I kind of just do like a gentle mix to get it all together. Trust me, you really don't have to worry about like the structure, the foaminess going away. Sometimes there's almost too much, I find. It's kind of crazy. That's why I was using a whisk before. Because you want it really nicely combined. Okay. Nice. That looks like one kind of fluid, foamy mixture. It's exactly what we want. Yeah, it sounds wrong, but it's fair. Okay, we got our nutmeg over here. You can always like have a taste of it if you're worried. Like here, I'll go in with a spoon. Kind of like under the foam. Because there's like a good layer of foam. There's probably like a good couple inches of this now. And then the boozy stuff just kind of sits underneath. But when you drink it, you get everything together. And then I always laugh because when guys drink it and like if they have facial hair, you always get like the eggnog mustache. It's so cute. Mmm. It's actually really boozy. I don't think it's too boozy though. It literally tastes like it always does. I love that we added cinnamon. And let's also say this. FCB, how are you doing, by the way? Happy belated Christmas. Is we can always add more sweetness if we like our drink sweeter, right? Like we could leave that to the person and make their choice that way. And eggnog is done only today because this is the day where I am spending time with my parents and my brother as our Christmas get together. I know that like North America is not as strict with their like Christmas holiday season rules as much as Europe is, which is so interesting. But yeah, depending on like how you get time off and stuff like that, this is why I'm making Christmas things after Christmas, is because some people celebrate even afterwards. Which is fun, right? Get extra Christmas. Okay, I'm pouring the rest of the syrup from here into the bowl though. Don't waste that. Okay, getting a little cup for myself. I don't know if I have to go anywhere yet. Everyone might be coming here, but just in case I do have to drive, I'm not gonna go crazy with this. You have to go back to work in 8 hours? The worst. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going back up to work on the 1st. So you're not far off. Oh, and then the other thing that I usually have with my eggnog, just to keep it really cold, is just some ice. Nice big ice cubes so they melt a little slow. And then that'll also cut through a little bit of the boozy taste too, right? I don't think we need this big of a ladle because it'll be hard to pour it. It's hard to tell what you're even pouring. It's such a crazy, like, look at the consistency of it. Like, sure you get down to the bottom. Just wanted to get those ice cubes covered a bit. Move that over. Do our little nutmeg sprinkle. So you got cinnamon in the mixture and then nutmeg just on top. So you can really smell it while you're drinking it too. I'm not gonna do the pink peppercorns because I've done them before and I just didn't like it, honestly. That's a personal preference one. Okay, let's see how it looks. Look at that. So you can't really see too much of a distinct layer between the foaminess yet. But that is exactly how this mixture should look in the glass. You get the little bit of spices like kind of sinking down to the bottom. Yeah, a stick of cinnamon in the cup to like kind of stir and for aesthetics. Should I do that? Should I do that for the photo, Alex? I'm only doing this because I have such a mass amount of cinnamon sticks that it makes me laugh. I just have to dig them out. I think it's because the roommate had cinnamon sticks and then we also brought our own over. And so now there's just way too many cinnamon sticks. Like that? Holy. It's fancy. I'm gonna take a photo. Looks so good. Good one. Need like all of the extra lights when I take a photo in here, the shadows. A top-down one. Nice. Okay, let's try this. Cheers, chat. Thanks for being here with me today and learning how to make this together. Maybe you'll also make it for yourself one year. I'm gonna stir it up with the cinna stick because it looks so good and fancy, and we'll stir the nutmeg in. Can we just keep that in here? Let's see. It's literally good as always. It's not too sweet. The taste of the spices is so delicious and like warming, right? Especially with the booze in there too. This is why I always make this for my people. Okay, so I'm gonna slowly sip that as we jar up the rest of this. We'll pack it up together. Here's the recipe one more time if you guys wanna make anything that we did today. Like, you can kind of smell the cinnamon stick as you're drinking out of the cup. Pretty awesome. Get the mason jars. I only have one massive moving box of them, which I was actually planning on downsizing. This one is like a smaller mouth one, so I might get a little funnel. I'll see what I have. I think I need one more still. I was planning on giving 1 jar to my parents, 1 jar to my brother, and then keeping 1 jar for myself. What's everyone else getting up to today? Just like chilling, hanging out? I know some of you have to go back to work tomorrow, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I think I'll be going to work on the 1st. And then I'll return on the 14th. And then I'll be back for a while until I get my next job. You did some shopping, you're going to see a movie soon? Sweet, what movie? I haven't gone to a movie in so long. So I want to go for a walk outside today. Guys, I got kind of put off like going outside for walks in the afternoon because I had like a weird dude approach me the other day in our back alley of our building asking me if I wanted to be his friend at like 3:30 in the afternoon. So I told Samo I'm going to buy a can of pepper spray. You're going to see Ferrari? Sweet. You just went for a walk, Dust? Jealous. It's overcast there. I felt a bit unsafe because like the guy, he pulled up right beside me in the alley. Like he could have easily just like grabbed me. And he didn't speak English. So he like translated into his phone like, hey, would you like to be my friend if not sorry? And like showed me his phone. And I got like really mad at him. I was like, no, I don't want to be your friend and please keep driving. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, you're not. He was in a car and like, there's been people abducted here like a couple blocks away only. So I think I'm gonna get a can of pepper spray. Better safe than sorry, right? It's just really also like unfortunate that just because people are like walking alone, it doesn't mean you can approach them at all. Get some of this frothy stuff on top. Usually I try and distribute the froth afterwards because it is so fluffy. Okay, we'll stop there. First jar of goodness. We should just put it into the fridge right away, right? Because none of this is pasteurized. So we really want to make sure that it all stays really cold, which is why I like did this pretty quick too. This seems like a really good batch though that I made this year. It's like all kind of staying together. Sometimes it separates out, but it will also just do that over time. The separation of like the fluffiness to the alcohol. You walk with it, Mish? They're actually illegal there. I think they're illegal here too. But like I even remember like my uncle bought my 2 girl cousins it when they were in high school as well. Yeah, I don't give an F, honestly. Cause like I was talking to my dad about it, right? I was like, I guess I could just like walk with a pocket knife. He's like, no, you don't want to do that just in case they have something else. He's like, it's easier just to have the pepper spray and diffuse the situation that way. I was like, that's smart. guess you could use hairspray. I've never thought about that. And nor can, like, I imagine doing that to someone. Like, don't make me do this to you, right? Is how I feel. It's so nuts, Mish. It does work the same. Temporarily blinded. I imagine it could be illegal in prison. Pink peppercorn spray, though. That's different. Bob? Holy. How's Bob today? Okay, jar number 2. Oh no, I gotta clean it here too. This is the 2nd liter. So like I made a half recipe and I already feel like we have 12 servings. Are you yelling at me or Bob? I said hi to you earlier. Obviously. Hey, you've yelled at me before. Just needed to see who it was directed to. So I'm sure you guys can tell by like the consistency of this. It's so different from the store-bought one. Can I like pour this now maybe? I'm being crazy. I find the store-bought one's like really heavy and like thick, where this one is like way more light. I might have to get the other jars out just to top them up, because this is all I have left. Mish would never yell at me. Yes. Yeah, this is like... Okay, so it looks like it's like thicker, but it's lighter. Compared to like the store one, I find is just like really syrupy, sugary, and heavy. It's this one that we had to top up more. Thick but light, that's you. Ah, that's a little bit of all of us, I think. Can I even go more? Maybe. Let's do these other ones first. Get all this cinnamon. The cinnamon. Okay. We did it. Whoa, sorry. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to. You scared Bob away. Don't. Now he's sad. Boom, we made 2 things in 2 hours. Easy peasy. I mean, one of them I'm pretty good at making this eggnog now. Done it a couple times over the years. Misha's like, shoot, you got me there, Bob. You really got me there. Okay, macaroonies. That's actually not coleslaw, if you guys were wondering. It's not coleslaw. Okay, so I packed this up. I know my parents aren't watching because they're out doing some other things. I packed up this Tupperware. I'm just trying to open it. It legit looks like coleslaw. I can't open it. Sometimes when the Tupperware gets cold, the plastic is hard. It hurts my hands. But I was gonna add some stuff. Ugh, there we go. To the Christmas treat box that I built to share with my bro and my parents. So I put the hazelnut toffee that we made on stream is underneath. Then we have the chocolate peanut butter balls. I'm gonna put another layer of parchment and we can do some of these. Balls. We got the balls. Barboa 2030. Welcome and thank you for the follow. I'm just gonna even this up a bit. Cause like, just cause this gift is homemade doesn't mean we don't spend time making it look nice when we're preparing it and wrapping it up. Danelanders, they sure love their balls. Actually, I'm gonna use a knife. I gotta make some curry balls, I know this. Danish curry balls. You're cooking up 10 pounds of ground beef? That was always my favorite prep treat. Was the times I got ground beef with rice. Hilarious. Maybe like one more. Stuff it up. Okay, that looks good because I think we can't really fit the lid on now. The chocolate peanut butter balls with the salt need to get in your face. Like one. Just having one of those is like enough for me. I was gonna have 2 yesterday. I had 1 and I was like, I'm set. Moochas smoochas. And yeah, these treats, they just stay really nice and fresh in the freezer. That's something I learned from my mom. So I'm just gonna pack up the rest of these. I might give my mom a little pack to take to my niece. That's where they're staying right now, since I didn't see her yesterday. It's mod test day. I wouldn't. They're around. They're lurking, but they're around. Should we just call these coleslaw balls? The coleslaw balls. Bob, that's what Mish says they look like. My macaroons look like coleslaw. That's it though. Crushed. Cleaned up. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, Judo did say it first. Misha's like, I was just agreeing, Kate. I'm innocent. I would say stream complete. Okay, you guys aren't really doing much else the rest of the day? Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't heard from Samo at all, though. I'll message him right now and see what's what. He probably thought I was using the phone as a camera. Rebuilding Lego now. Do you guys want to? I got this little box of Legos from Sam for Christmas. Ow. I keep smashing my mic pad that's in my back pocket on the wall. I was thinking of just building one because I kind of want to build the other ones by myself. But it looks really good. No, we don't want to build Lego. This was them though. It was like a gift with purchase, I think. Which color should we build? We'll build one together while we finish the eggnoggin. Red. And I'm gonna like open the window. Can you guys tell it's hot in here? I'm like dying. I haven't even done anything really. Is that a pigeon on my balcony? Wouldn't be a pigeon on my balcony, right? They know better. Okay, anyways. Yellow like the curry balls? No. Red, red. Okay, there's 2 votes for red. Bob wants green. Do we have to put a poll up? I thought we could at least agree on one thing before the end of the year. Wait, someone did the poll. They're like, Kate, just do the poll. Cookie, thank you. Sometimes I like to try and force them to actually make a decision once in a while. You know? Okay, quick little poll. Everyone go vote. What color of ornament are we gonna build together? And then the last 2 I get to build by myself. Because we all deserve that. Don't worry, Mish. It's 9+. So I know you're 12. You can still hang out with us. Green and red are tied. What happens? We gotta break the tie. I won't tell you what I voted for. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, we're like halfway through the poll time. And we have 2 colors that are tied, so we need one more person to quickly vote in the poll. So we can break the tie. And if you vote for yellow and tie them all, there's something wrong with you. Oh no, it's gonna be a tie. Do I gotta flip a coin then? They did do it. They did do it. Guys, we need a new poll. If you guys tie it, then we can't build any of them. A 3-sided coin, if you will. Oh, someone did it. Right at the end, it's like they knew. They're like, hey, make it hard, make them stress out. And then I'm gonna hit it right before it ends. That was kind of stressful, but also fun. So thank you to everyone who voted. Okay, red it is, which I thought we were gonna win anyways. And yeah, you can actually like hang it on the tree. Wait, okay, we have this, but then I flipped it. And then you can like put them all different colors too. Maybe we should do a multicolored. Do you have to move, Bob? I don't know. Mish? Bob has to move. Better start looking for a house. What do we got here? Nice. Wait. We have to build them all at once. Let me see the instructions here. Do we build one ornament at a time? Which is what I thought. Okay, we're safe. I can't tell if this is the red one or the yellow one. It's the red one. Just wanted to make sure on the instructions. You see what I'm looking at? But we have to open every package though. That's fine. This is what it says. That looks good. Where should I put these? Right here? We can kind of reference it. Sure. if anyone new comes in. Open them up. So yeah, these were a gift with purchase from Lego, I think during December. But a lot of people will like get these gifts and then sell them on the side for money to like people who didn't have access to them. So you might be able to still find it on like places like Facebook Marketplace and stuff is pretty popular for people to sell Lego here. They're sideballing. Yeah, that one fell over. I don't know what happened. These are gonna be pretty large though. I thought they were gonna be like maybe this size. Pretty tiny. Judo, it's not your week? Why not? Yeah, they're quite large balls. Nothing like building the DeLorean though, let's just put it that way. Boom. We put a gray piece on top. These are really easy. Beige piece. These ones. Okay, next one. This one looks kind of crazy a bit. We need one. Two of those ones. You wanted to sneak a beer and you tossed it. Cut your food. Had to flood the garage and backyard to get the smell and shards out. What do you mean you tossed it? Like you threw it out the window? How did this happen? Where's this other piece right there? Oh, you cut your foot. No! It fell. Oh, you cut your foot, not your food. And yeah, right? It so stinks. Let's be honest. Speaking of Legos, did I get my replacement pieces for the Christmas tree set that you were watching me build? I didn't yet. I didn't. It's still just like spinning like a crazy person. Look at it. I kind of like it, so I don't know. Your dog was laughing at you, Judo? That's unfortunate. I hate when they do that. Okay, this one goes there. Your dog is soaked. Oh, yep. Yeah, beer, it honestly is like the worst smell ever. Okay, so it says like this gets popped up like that. So I think it's like the ornament holder. Whoa, and then we just pop it on top. So we're gonna like build onto there. Yeah, cool. We take this. Oh, he's one of those doggos that loves the hose. He loves when you spray the hose in his face. Dogs like that are hilarious. We're doing it, chat. We're making it. He ran right back into bed. He's like, and now I'm cold and I gotta warm up. Literally, yeah, scared of everything except the hose. Like, come on. And then there's some dogs, it's like you show them the hose and they go running. Just scurrying away. Because, like, some people discipline their animals with water, right? They spray it at them to get them to not do stuff. There's that, and then this goes on like this, it says. Your doggo is fearless. Posh was like such a scaredy cat, but she was also the runt. Wait, we had to do like 3 times of this? They said a 4 times at first. I just didn't look. So let's make 3 more of those. We'll just kind of put them down here for now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just because you have a big dog doesn't mean that they're always gonna, like, protect you and stuff, right? Hilarious how, like, so many big dogs, we call them, like, chickens, right? You're such a chicken. And yeah, the dogs running from vacuums. I think, like, some kids, though, can be a little mean to their dogs, let's be honest. Well, I can understand why maybe some animals are a bit traumatized by certain appliances in the house. Kids are sociopaths, right? Uneducated sociopaths. Just led to, like, roam free. That's so bad of us to say. I mean, we can only say it because we were them, right? We do some questionable things when we're young. Oh, me too, Judo, trust me. From what I have to hear upstairs, I'd honestly be way happier if they had a dog rather than 2 kids, but you can't really tell people that. Unfortunately, some dogs are much more quieter than humans. When is the truth bad? I don't know. Let's have a sip. Like, we're about halfway through. I'm hoping everyone just comes here, because I don't really feel like driving anywhere today. I know, right? You always think that. If, like, you're a person that doesn't want kids, you always, like, have this thought. You're like, I bet you my kid would be, like, the coolest, though. But still not happening. Right? It lasts for, like, 10 seconds. That's kind of how I felt, Paloozer. Like, we can go on and on about these conversations, and I know these conversations are, like, a little bit triggering for people, too. But there's always lots of reasons why people don't bring another human into this world. We all have our reasons, and I think all are valid. And if you're someone who does bring a human into this world, thank you for your services, and please do a good job raising them. You hate kids, Trekker? See, like, as a streamer, I don't think I can say that without getting in trouble. Me too, right? Like we've said this before on stream. A lot of us as adults would rather be a positive influence for a child that doesn't have that at home rather than to raise our own child, right? Okay, we got our 4 bits built. Now we got to put them on. I think it goes this way. This is cool. It's okay, Trekker. I was just saying, like, as a streamer, I can't say that, but as a chatter, of course you can say that. Because, like, I don't care that you guys say that. But, like, someone would probably call me out if I said that straight up, right? Chat can say it. Anything goes. Look at this, though. That was so cute. I've like seen some things online too, where there's like men that are like so sad that they don't have families yet. That was so quick, Kimmers. I just put the little hanger on. And yes, I was gonna say Trekker. You can also say that because like, you're a teacher. Did I wear a red shirt today for a reason? Yes, if you were wondering. Should we just build the other ones? It's actually so nice, and it's not super heavy, so you could easily like hang it on your tree or something. It's not red, it's burgundy. Yeah, they did use some darker red pieces. And then I don't know if we'll see the two different like green colors on the green ornament, but there is a different couple greens, and then same with the like yellow. This is more yellow and this one's more orange. So it's nice that they put a little contrast. Oh yeah, my shirt is burgundy. It's burgundy, it's not red. Red is like such a bright color, right? Well, that was fun. Thanks, friends, for building that with me. For sure, Judo. For sure. Your first car was maroon? Okay, my first car was actually like red. Like I think the color was cherry red from Chevrolet, and it was the Cavalier 2-door. Frickin' loved that car. I called her Candy. She was Candy Apple Red. So if you're like a single parent, you're not allowed to adopt kids. You have to have two parents. A maroon Mitsubishi Mirage. Yeah, delicious car. I haven't seen it driving around, but it did get sold here. Like Sam drove Candy from Vancouver all the way back to Edmonton when we sold it. I haven't seen her driving around though, but she was the greatest vehicle ever. Bought it off of like a 90-year-old grandma that barely drove it. It was in mint condition for like being a car from the 90s. I think that's why Sandra Bullock had such a hard time adopting her son, but she probably makes enough money that they're like, yeah, whatever. That's crazy. Your car cut down a telephone pole while being drove by your brother? Oh my gosh. I never got into any accidents with it. The only bad thing I did was try to like plow through a couple feet of snow in the back roads when I was driving to high school. My car wasn't a plow, so I got it like stuck and had to get it towed out. But yeah, no accidents or anything. Did I go to school that day though? No, I didn't go to school that day that I got my car stuck. I was like, this is not happening. I'm going home. That is so interesting to think of, Judo, the way you say it. Yeah, like as a single person, you would like to adopt a kid, but you're not allowed. But then people's children can have children, and that's okay? Whoa. It honestly actually seems like a lot of people do have to do IVF to actually have kids these days, like especially people my age that like I follow online. Most of them have had to have that procedure just to have a child, and then over half of the time they've had premature baby every single time. It's kind of scary. I get scared for them, right? There's only 353 people watching Food and Drink today. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Who do we want to go raid? Let me see my follower list. I guess no one really streams on Boxing Day, hey? Okay, we're gonna go raid this streamer called Eat at Dad's, I think. He's cooking soup and it's a slow afternoon. Why don't you understand it's a psychological? But like the same way that she's saying, like, sometimes even having two parents in the same household is not healthy. I think that's the only like point that Judo's trying to put. But anyways, we are gonna wrap up this stream today, friends. Thank you very much to everyone who decided to come hang out with us. It was fun. We did some simple things. Some of my like favorite traditional stuff. It wouldn't be the same if I was home this year if I didn't make eggnog. Let's just put it that way. This is like the one thing I always need to make. And if I don't, there's something off for sure. So we're gonna go raid a stream called Eat at Dad's. It looks super wholesome. And he's cooking soup, which I so love. And yeah, I'll be back streaming on Friday, my wonderful peoples. What is this week coming up? So Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be the last of streams. And I believe I'm taking a bus on January 1st to go to work for a couple weeks. So yeah, this next weekend coming up might be the last bit of streams for a couple weeks, but that's all. I'll be back. That's my only stint I'm gonna do for the 2 weeks. Just to get a little bit of moolahs in the bank account, and then we're okay. I didn't get the job. I didn't get the job that I want. I got a job that I can take though, which I think I'm gonna do. And honestly, like if I don't like it, I'll just come home. Yeah, New Year's, New Yeras, if you will. And yeah, see you later, FCB. So I'll be back on Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific. I don't know what we're gonna cook. I'll come up with something. Thanks, Mish. I'm like scared. I was like really scared, but then I talked to the recruiter on the phone today and I got like a little less scared. It's always scary going to a place in the middle of nowhere by yourself, right? To a job that you've never met anyone at. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. But anyways, I just have to work up a little bit of courage and I'm gonna do that for us. And yeah, that's it. Okay, guys, have a wonderful rest of your Boxing Day / Tuesday, wherever you are in the world. I will return on Friday for a couple more streams before I go to work for a bit. Love y'all. Stay safe. Thanks for being cute and festive with me today. And I'll see you next time. Bye!